Hello, friends. Welcome to Akulmach Live. Today, we are discussing a very important business subject which is affecting everyone, and that is how do you generate revenue for your business. And as you might have guessed, that there is less and less money available for the standard business to do anything substantial. The habits are shifting. The customer is actually trying to spend their money in some other avenues, in some other form. The business landscape is changing, and it is therefore very important for all of us to understand how it is changing, what is going on, and then we can actually change the format of our business, incorporate new services, etc. And another big item on the table is that there is less and less money available. So while people are going through this shift, more and more people are finding it tough to generate revenue, and therefore, because of the inflation, there is less and less money available for general services. All right, so these are the two major items which are affecting all of us, and we will discuss these two items. See, what is happening is that the landscape, especially after 2020, has changed drastically. It has changed to basically becoming a new type of gig. And as we progress, now it is estimated that by 2030 we will be fully submerged in the industry 4.0 standards. So basically, this is happening, and industry 4.0 basically means that everything will be online, everything will be traceable, everything, the service rendering will also be online. So these are very clear changes which are happening as of now. And if you are providing your services in a standard method, for example, if you are a coach and if you're trying to search your if you're an executive coach trying to search for the CEO who will then come to you for an advice, the challenge is that this CEO, your target audience, is finding it very tough to do his normal business. That is why he's looking for an advice, right? So if he is not able to generate enough revenue in his normal business, hence he's looking for an advice, that means he will not have money to pay you for the advice, because ultimately risk will be the CEOs. You will only take your fee as a coach, guide the CEO, and then you say that, okay, now go and do these things, generate revenue. Now, just in case if your advice does not work, the CEO does not make any revenue, then the whole catch 22 situation becomes a reality. Therefore, especially if you are providing some sort of executive coach services, definitely this lack of money is definitely hitting you. You are not able to generate enough revenue to justify your own existence, because there was a time when the executive coach could charge $3,000 per session from one CEO, executive level person. However, this space is shrinking gradually, and this is happening across all industry segment. I mean, if you look at the any other merchandise, the even the commodities like your daily rations, daily need commodities, there is something called shrinkflation. I am not sure whether you have heard this word before. There is something called shrinkflation. Shrinkflation is the byproduct of the high inflation. So lack of money, the customer habits are changing, customers are spending their money elsewhere. Because of this, the standard businesses are facing something called shrinkflation. So there are certain businesses who have already accepted this change, and they are now getting into the shrinkflation. That means, to explain in a much more clearer words, so you actually pay the same amount. So from your point of view, between 2023 and 2024, if you're buying something like a provision, you are actually paying the same amount. But the smart business people who are actually indulging in the shrinkflation, they are subjecting you to the shrinkflation. They are actually reducing the quantity. So something you used to buy for say X dollars, now you will not get the same quality, and because this is being hit by the shrinkflation. So basically there are certain smart business people who are actually subjecting you to shrinkflation. Now why this is happening? This is happening simply because there is less and less money in the system. There was a time when people never used to think about buying a car, buying a house, because there were a lot of loans available. There were cheap loans available. There were, jobs available. Today, what is happening? Even though the loans are available, but the ability to earn money to repay those loans is, very, very gradually shrinking. So, therefore, even the finance company, especially in the small segment, the loans company who used to flourish before 2020 are finding it tough, because there is a lot of NPA being generated in that area. So people are finding it tough to repay their loans or credit card bills, etc., because they have taken based on their understanding. However, the landscape of business is changing extremely, extremely fast, extremely rapidly. So therefore, what we should do as business people, I mean, let's look at what is happening in reality. Let's understand the reality first, and if we don't understand the reality, then we will be subjected to harsh times, more and more difficult times as we proceed into 2024. 2024 is a year for establishing yourself. So if you establish yourself, understanding the ecosystem completely, then you can actually look at establishing yourself in the proper way in 2025 and beyond, up to 2030. But so it's a year of make or break. So therefore, what I would like to say is that first understand that online medium is a reality. So people who are trying to see that, okay, online medium is gone. There was a time between 2020 to 2022. And a lot of online medium actually evolved during that period, but now a lot of physical activity is happening. You see, whatever changes were made between 2020 and 2022, or I would say 2023, are sort of permanent. So this lack of money is being faced simply because people are not willing to change. Because somewhere in your back of the mind, you want to basically go back to the old days where you will actually organize some sort of exhibition, meet face to face. Even if you meet face to face, what is a guarantee that there are there is money available on the table? And even if you say that if you join my webinar or a seminar, physical seminar, what is the value of that? People will actually travel, spend money, buy the ticket, buy registration. What is the value in that? That is very difficult to quantify, and because of this, more and more people will actually go to the online coaches, and therefore this online medium is flourishing whenever there are people who are actually charging small amount but large volumes. So people are willing to pay but small value, because they don't see how they're going to recover that investment. So even if they pay like $3,000 to you, where is the worth of $3,000 that they can recover? However, if you charge them $100, no problem, they can still afford $100 because they have got nothing to lose. So this is a trend. This is the new habit. The consumer has this new habit. They don't want to spend big amount. They will rather stick to the small investment and see how it goes, because things are changing rapidly. There are no ways people can do a big forecast. Forecasting is becoming a big problem. You plan everything by the book. You decide that, okay, fine, I will make this investment, and because of this investment, I will make this kind of revenue. That kind of forecast is extremely, extremely difficult for smart business people to make. So this is a reality, and this is what is happening. And because of this, sooner you change to the reality, better it would be for you. I would suggest that learn the online medium. Don't just put it on one side, because as we progress in this decade till 2030, online medium is going to be a bigger reality. There are businesses also who are putting their faith behind the online medium, especially when it comes to entertainment, it comes to AI, tour and travel, the tourism industry, where you want to experience, say for example, if you want to go to Venice and experience, it will cost you huge amount of your own savings. Whereas if you pay a fraction of it and put your AI glasses, you can do that for an hour, and that is a good enough experience, because ultimately it's the experience that counts. So you have virtually gone to Venice. So these kind of solutions are going to come, low cost, still you have the fun for a shorter period of time. And gone are the days where you actually travel from your home, get into a flight, land there, get into a hotel. I know that is a very realistic experience, but then if people don't have money, what's the point in having a realistic fun in that? And also there could be issues related to safety, security. So when you step out, you are actually exposing yourself to so many different elements. So all of this can be avoided, and therefore there are new breed of AI solution provider will come into all kinds of space. Healthcare, as it is, the doctors are preferring that the patient should not come to the hospital. The doctors are available in the hospital, but they want to see patient through a web call, through a video call. That is their preferred medium. And say, for example, if you want to basically consult a doctor, now this is just the start. Basically, you get into a Zoom call, consult a doctor. A doctor will say, okay, fine, go through these tests. The test collection agency will come at your doorstep, take your blood samples or whatever samples, take it back, give you the report electronically. So so much hassles are being saved in 2024 as we speak. So when the healthcare is going to go through a big change, there is going to be a lot of AI deployment there. Education is going to go through a big change. Even though the schools are resisting these changes, schools are still charging a bomb as fee. But then it's up to the government to start allowing the online schools to flourish, to basically start coming in, give competition to the physical school, and then start offering the education, same education, while they are virtually present. So it is taking from the current system of Zoom calls, but to the AI immersive experience to the student. So in every walk of life, let's talk about the law enforcement. So if there are cases, why we have to go to the court physically present when we can join through a web call? All right, so more and more people are now attending their lawyers, judges are attending their sessions through a video calls. So gradually this is also changing. Very soon there will be checks and balances based on the identification number, where the identification number will be linked to your ID and your Zoom account or video call account, and then it will be authenticated also. So these things are coming. The AI will come in a very big way, where the AI will actually ensure that your identity is maintained, your secrecy is maintained, also the security is also maintained through the internet. So these changes are happening. So my objective was to basically share some of these things with you today, and basically impress you on this point, where we need to understand that the changes are real. We have seen that less and less money is now available on the table. So please change your direction. Try to get into online medium. Try to get into e-commerce through online medium. Try to get into sort of domain knowledge areas, because that area, if you are a domain expert, that area will be still with humans, and that will be very, very important. So if you are a domain expert, nothing to worry, especially for next 2 years. But understand, these are real changes which are happening. So less money is available on the table, therefore the spending habits are also changing, because there is less money. And also, who is your customer? I think that is also one big confusion. Who is the customer today? There was a time when all the senior people with money, so we used to call something called man with authority and need and money. So in short, man. But that your man has changed completely, because now the Gen Z is your customer. They are very comfortable with the online medium, and therefore they would like to basically spend money on online. They want to basically buy new stuff. They want to jazz up their online space. and for that they are willing to spend money, even though they are spending like half a dollar or few 50 cents, but they are spending money there. So if you are providing something which is worth $3,000, chances are you are not going to sell it. But if you're providing something which is like $5, $2, maybe $1, it will sell in huge volume in today's context. So this is something which I wanted to share with you. Do let me know what you think, and thanks for watching me live. If you have any question, please send it across. I will meet you again in the next one. So keep rocking, keep selling. Have a nice day. Bye bye.